Fantasy football draft season is upon us, and it is time to start making the list of potential targets for the 2022 NFL season. Tracking the off-season movement of both players and coaches is paramount to your success, as you should be looking to target players whose talents are highlighted by the offensive scheme in which they play. It tends to be easier to evaluate an established player's skill set within the scheme in which he plays, but it tends to be a little more difficult when it comes to rookies. The running back class this season features some really talented players, some of whom have an open path to touches in their respective offenses. Investing a third-round or fourth-round pick on Breece Hall seems wise, as he is expected to lead the Jets' backfield from the start. Buffalo's James Cook and Isaiah Spiller of the Chargers also seem worthy of a pick near their 8th-round average draft position, ADP, as both play in highly prolific offenses and should carve out early roles. They also both serve as quality handcuffs to their team's lead backs. Be wary of Seattle's Kenneth Walker, however. He is being drafted at a similar ADP, and though he is expected to have a similar role as Cook and Spiller, the Seahawks' offensive line is not going to do him any favors in the blocking department. As for wide receivers, the obvious choices are Drake London, Atlanta, Treylon Burks, Tennessee, and Chris Olave, New Orleans. All three have an 8th-round ADP, and each has a clear path to targets right from the start. Garrett Wilson, Jets, and Sky Moore, Kansas City, have been going a few rounds later, but both are expected to be fighting for snaps throughout the season. But the real interesting options are in Green Bay, as Aaron Rodgers is still looking for a number 1 wideout. Christian Watson can be had in the 11th round and seem to have a slight edge, but a minicamp knee injury has him sidelined right now, so you might be better served grabbing Romeo Doubs in the 15th. Rookie quarterbacks and tight ends are not going to bring you a fantasy championship this year, so investing in any of them in a redraft league is not recommended. In fact, relying on any rookie this year, regardless of his expected role, is a risky proposition. You can fill out your depth with them, but outside of a few exceptions throughout history, rookie NFL players rarely bring home a fantasy championship. Howard Bender is the VP of Operations and Head of Content at FantasyAlarm.com. Follow him on Twitter at RotoBuzzGuy and catch him on the award-winning Fantasy Alarm radio show on the SiriusXM Fantasy Sports channel weekdays from 6 to 8 p.m. Go to FantasyAlarm.com for all your fantasy sports advice, player projections and average draft positions.